my channel. I am so happy that you guys are here. We have such a fun video lined up for this weekend, and I started filming yesterday, but I haven't talked to you guys yet, so this is me formally saying hi and telling you what the heck we're doing in this video. But it's gonna be kind of like a spend the weekend with me, but spend the weekend with me while I'm doing all of my favorite hobbies. So I have a bunch of different hobbies in my life right now that I'm not gonna try to list out because I've been trying to list them out and talk about it, but I can't. It won't stay in my head. So I'm just gonna put them floating around the screen somewhere, and we'll just call that our to-do list instead of trying to verbally list it out, because that's just not been working for me. So we're gonna do a bunch of those hobbies, and then there's things that come with those hobbies, like things that I have to do to support those hobbies, or things that I have to do to, to support those hobbies. So there's gonna be a couple of like the main hobbies, and then things that just branch off from that I kind of have to do to keep that hobby going. I did film yesterday on Thursday because the weekend kind of started for me on Thursday, which I'm not complaining about, and also because it is an F1 weekend. Finally, it's Miami, and I don't know why I'm not there. I live in Florida and I'm not at the F1 race in Miami, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But either way, usually weekends for me when there's an F1 race start on Thursday, because the F1 weekend starts on Thursday. So yeah, that's basically it. But I came home from work last night, did a couple of hobbies, have today completely off. So we're gonna try to do a bunch of fun things today, but also spread it out over the weekend. I feel like I'm just talking because I haven't said anything to anyone today. This is the first time I'm literally speaking, so sometimes it's like word salad. But we're going to get into the weekend. We're gonna start. I'm so happy that you guys are here with me, or it would be pretty boring. So let's do that. I want to read because the book that I'm reading right now, East of Eden, it's about 600 pages, and I just feel like I'm not getting through it, and I think that's just because it's the longest book I've read in a while. It's like 600 pages. But I want to get through it, and then, not through it, I'm not going to finish this book today, but I would like to get here. That would be nice. I think that I need to find a bookshelf that I want to put in my room. Why is word so hard? Earlier I was jumbling words and now I can't think of them. And then I need to do some stuff with this newsletter today, like maybe just get the envelopes and pack them away, but there's not a lot of stores near me, so I don't know if that's going to be possible today or if I should focus on that for tomorrow. I think anything that I have to go to the store for is going to be a tomorrow thing. So today we're going to do a lot of reading. We're going to watch some sports, do some baking, things of that nature. I don't want this vlog to get too chatty, but I think I'm just a chatty person. Especially to the camera, it's so easy to just sit down and talk. So my last vlog was really chatty, like there was a lot of talking. So if it gets chatty, then obviously I just change my mind and I don't care. But we're going to try to focus on doing things instead of talking about doing things. Stadium, which is where the Miami race is, and when I went there, they still like they have all the curbs and stuff like that, and you can see the like tire marks. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, like the drivers have walked here, like that's so awesome. I was obsessed the whole time, and the whole time walking in and walking out, I was thinking about Formula One, and then even during the game, kind of at halftime and things like that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the patent. Like, isn't that so cool? It was so cool. It was a great day. I got to watch football, and I got to be basically at a Formula One race. That's currently what my shelf is looking like. I need to get this done by 4:30. And also I have stuff coming from Instacart from Publix so that I can bake later. So I just want to get this done. I'm kind of impatient about it.
Permanent basis.
I need to know we're making the right choice. But
You don't have to, and you're not going to.
So this is what we have so far. There's a couple of mistakes, I think, but you can't, I mean, you can kind of, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We have a shelf. So I have basically all the books on the floor, almost all of them besides that tub. No, do I have these in there? I kind of started freestyling and I used gluten-free flour. It was still all-purpose, but it was gluten-free instead of like regular gluten. I don't know. That's what it looks like right now. I should probably stop opening it. 17 minutes left. Yeah. It smells good in here though. More One Tree Hill. I just took it out of the oven a couple minutes ago. It literally fell apart. Saturday now, and I haven't filmed at all today, but you didn't miss much hobby-wise because I went to work this morning, and after work I came straight home and watched the sprint race. Other than that, I haven't done anything hobby-wise. I haven't even read yet today. When I came home, I watched the sprint race, and then I built this second bookshelf, and I like it. I know that doesn't sound like sure, but it's just empty, so there's not much to really like. And I have books, and I don't know if I talked about this yesterday, but there are some books that I have that I put away. So yesterday when I only had one bookshelf, I didn't have enough space, and I put some books in a box so that I could still keep them, but just not display them because I would rather display other books over the ones that I put in the box. And I feel bad about it, but it's just how it was when I only had the one shelf. And now that I have two shelves, I have a lot of empty space, but I also have a lot of books on my physical TBR. And as I go through those, I'm going to want to put them on my shelves. And I didn't want to take up space with books that I know I don't care to display. So I'm going to take the books off my TBR, read them. If I like them, I'm going to put them up on the shelf because I already know that the ones in here are like, I just don't care. And I know that that sounds weird because I care enough not to want to get rid of them, but I don't care enough to take up space on these bookshelves. So it's just how my brain is working right now. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just get a third bookshelf and maybe it'll be like a smaller one and I'll kind of just put the extras there. But I feel like that's a waste kind of money and of space if I know that I'm okay just keeping them put away for now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep them put in their little box and they'll be okay. They'll be perfectly fine. They're still gonna be in the room with me and I'll still be able to get to them if I need to pull them out for a video or something. They're just not gonna be displayed. This is all thriller, and I didn't realize I had that many, so yeah.
The simulation predicts it's really important, so we're on our way. That's really, really.
There are so many characters in this book. Like, so many. Oddly, though, I can separate all of them, which is what I like. I love when a book has a lot of characters, but they're also distinct. And not distinct in like a way that makes them seem fake, but just distinct enough that they feel like real people. I love that, because there's one book I read, sorry, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion and I might get hated for this, The Inheritance Games. There's 3 brothers in that, couldn't tell them apart for the life of me. They all seemed exactly the same to me. So, yeah, I need the characters to feel like distinct people. Got to page 292, and that is 48% of the way through, so I'm at least going to make it to 50 tonight, I promise. But right now I'm listening to music and scrolling on Pinterest, and I was thinking, I also kind of have a little bit of a hobby of making playlists. I love music so much, and I always feel like I love curating playlists, and I need a playlist for every emotion and every feeling that I've ever felt in my entire life. So I end up with many, many, many playlists. Like, this is like, it's sick. So I'm gonna try to clean that up. Not right now, but later. But that falls under hobbies. I feel like music is a hobby. Anything that you make, I think, is a hobby, right? Not really. I don't know. Let's look up what the actual definition of a hobby is. It's probably important. Regular activity or interest pursued for pleasure, relaxation, or personal fulfillment during one's leisure time, typically without the intention of making a profit. Never mind! Wow! That's perfect. Music is a hobby of mine. Making playlists is a hobby of mine. Scrolling on Pinterest is a hobby of mine. Reading is a hobby of mine. Making content is a hobby of mine. Embroidering is a hobby of mine. Writing this newsletter for my family is a hobby of mine. Baking is a hobby of mine. Cooking is a hobby of mine. Watching sports is a hobby of mine. Everything is a hobby of mine. Okay, I'm going to get back to this. Let me turn my F1 down. Okay, so like you guys saw this morning, I went to a coffee shop and got a lot more of the way through. I was at 50% last night, and now I think I'm at like 63 or something. And I think I can finish it, except there's a race, so that's 2 hours that I'm just not going to be reading. But yeah, the race is starting. I also went to Publix and got stuff to eat for the week, and then what else did I do? Oh, I went to Bell's and got some like organization things, and then some candles. So let me show you. Okay, I got this candle, and then I got this candle, and then I got this, which is so cute. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's Wuthering Heights Emma and Little Women by Jane Austen, and look at that. Beautiful, right? So I'm gonna watch the race now and try to relax. Maybe do some embroidery, but I have to go get the box of that stuff out of the garage, which is why I think I haven't done it, because I've been wanting to, but it's in a box in the garage, so I'm gonna have to like get it out, get all the supplies, then find a nice place for the supplies, so I've been putting it off. Everyone said that the Miami race was boring. I see no boring. I see no boring so far. So some stuff got here for my newsletter for my family, and I know that I said that I would talk to you guys about it later, so this is me later talking about it. So I decided that I wanted to send some of my family and like friends like a newsletter basically of what's going on in my life, because I feel like I don't call people probably as much as I should, and it's a lot easier, I think, to like send a letter out, and it's more fun and it's more whimsical to like send a letter out. I think it'll be so fun. It's mainly my siblings and like my grandparents, and I have a friend who lives in Sweden, and I'm gonna send one to her too. So I just think it'll be cute. We're filming a little bit of content, short form. That's a hobby. This vlog is coming to an end. It is Sunday afternoon now, and I've done pretty much everything that I want to do. The only hobby that I didn't do was embroider, and I'm sorry about that, but like I said earlier, I just cannot convince myself to go get the box, unpack the box, do the hobby, pack the box up, and then put it back in the garage because I just don't have a spot for the stuff in here yet. But other than that, I had so much fun this weekend. I feel like I am filled with literally so much joy. I got so much fulfillment out of this weekend. I've done everything that I love, and I've done it with you guys, so it's been literally so much fun, and I couldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. Like, I was just yapping away doing all the things that I love, literally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.